Good afternoon, everybody. Hello, welcome here. Just briefly before we begin, I just wanted to give you a sense of what we are going to do here. Really excited about this event this afternoon. President Keshen is going to open this for us with some opening remarks in a moment. There is some nice food over here and wine available, but right after our opening remarks, we're going to very briefly walk to the actual CSET room, which is just down the hallway here, for an actual ribbon cutting for that room. And then we'll have you all come back here where we can celebrate, and there'll be more time for food and drink. So because of restrictions of wine in our spaces, you can't walk a wine through that hallway, a glass of wine. So consider having a glass of water or something right now, and when we come back from the ribbon cutting, we can celebrate together with a glass of wine. I'm going to ask Dr. Keshen to come forward to open for us, please.
Thanks so much, David. Appreciate it. Don't worry, I won't tell if anybody brings wine. I don't know if coffee. Let me just, okay, we'll put it down here. I want to begin by respectfully acknowledging that the University of Regina, with its 3 federated colleges, the First Nations University of Canada, Campion College, and Luther College, we are all situated on Treaty 4 lands. And in Saskatoon, where our social work and our nursing faculties are partially located, we are in Treaty 6. And these are the traditional homelands of the Naywak, the Ashinapek, the Dakota, Lakota, and Nakota, and the homeland of the Métis Michif Nation. And today, these lands continue to be the shared territory of diverse peoples from near and from far. That acknowledgement is important for many reasons, not the least of which is that we must always remember that as a university, we are part of larger communities that surround and that support us, and in turn, we must support those communities. Universities should never be the proverbial ivory tower of legend that by accident or by design are separate from the worlds that are around us. That emphasis on community relationships is one of the many great things about the University of Regina. It is truly part of our DNA. I've said before, and I really mean it, that our institutional model is the most inspirational that I have ever seen across this country. It is, as one who serves, it is inspiring, and it speaks to our commitment to others. And it speaks to us not just being an intellectual powerhouse through the teaching and research that take place here, but also that we exemplify a social conscience of sorts to how we apply our academic mission beyond our campuses whenever it is possible. We have approximately 50 research centers, institutes, labs that exist on campus as one of the primary means through which we do this. The work these entities do at the institutional, at the faculty, at the individual department levels makes a positive difference in so many lives, whether it's to the treatment of post-traumatic stress injury, through health, through clean energy, everything in between. That work helps train students and postdoctoral fellows to be the next generation of scholarly leaders. And it helps identify and address real-world issues to the benefit of each and every one of us. So in that context, I am absolutely delighted to be here to help officially launch the university's latest research institute, and that is the Center for Socially Engaged Theatre, or CSET. Great things have been taking place through CSET since its inception, and we all know that there will be even greater ones under the inspiring leadership, the great leadership of its director, Dr. Taiwo Afolabi. I was at the launch of his co-authored book last month, and in the relatively short time he has been at our university, as all of you know, Taiwo has made a tremendous impact in so many ways. He is contributing administratively. He played a key role with sage advice on the search advisory committee for our next incoming provost and vice president academic. As an educator, he has had a profound impact on our students, and as a highly prestigious Canada Research Chair in socially engaged theatre, he leads an active and incredibly productive research program characterized by a wide range of regional, national, and, as all of us know, international collaborations. Those collaborations are only going to grow and become more meaningful that CSET is now being officially launched. I, like all of you, look forward to hearing from Taiwo about CSET's current activities, its future plans, its forthcoming contributions to the university and to the wider community. In the meantime, on behalf of the University of Regina, congratulations to everybody involved in making CSET a reality on our campus, and thank you for everyone who is here and attending today.
It's wonderful to see you.
Thank you so much, President Keshan. Thank you everyone for coming. This is the thing I was going to be really looking very nervous to do this. So I try to write my speech, which I don't normally do, but I'm happy I did. Thanks for joining. And for those online, thank you so much. We have a lot of international collaborators who couldn't make it here. So I'm happy that we have a very vibrant team that I put our live stream on, so it's happening there. So hi in the digital world. Well, welcome and thanks for joining us for this official launch of the Center for Socially Engaged Theatre at the University of Regina. It's a celebration of many collaborations, partnerships, a lot of thinking, and a lot of doing. From the founders to the secretaries to university leadership, the faculty office, the dean, the departmental chair, to my colleagues, to mentors, to community organizations, the list really goes on and on and on. And the reason why I'm mentioning that is that the center's vision has been supported by various quarters, from various quarters, within and outside the university. And so this launch, first of all, is a celebration of such collaborative efforts. A lot of the time, I'm just going to add a note here, a lot of the time our system is predicated upon raising one person as a star, but for me, I don't believe that. I think it's a work of all of us. So I might be here as the face of CSET or with a vision and all that, but without really support from my departmental chair that is sitting there, to Shannon, to the SATP, Saskatchewan Association of Theatre Practitioner, to Dave, to the president, and everybody you know yourself over here, whether here or outside, the country. It's really that support and that collaboration. And so for me, I really want to articulate that. I also want to say thank you to, of course, the federal government. You can see the logo there. And of course the province of Saskatchewan, and I'm happy that we have an MLA representation here. Thank you so much for coming. And of course to the President's office, and that has been very, very supportive right from day one. The VPR office, of course the Board of Governors, and the different level of administration within the university. And thanks to my faculty of Media Arts Performance, really a great opportunity to get to be in a faculty where they're really ready to support you all the way. Thanks to the Dean's office, and a little story that happened 2 weeks ago. We're trying to get this banner, trying to design it and all of that, and we worked with an organization in British Columbia to design and do all of that. They call them Rep Canada. And I went to the faculty office where we have Tanya and Cheryl, and I'm mentioning people's name because again, I'm giving visibility to that. That's really important to me. And so I got into the space and I'm like, oh, I want to make banner. And then Reader, that secretary in the theater department, and we just brought out all the banners and with Catherine, and then we checked that, and then we moved to the faculty's office. And honestly, everybody came out and we're like, okay, let's check the size. We're trying to look for the tape rule. We're trying to, Kathy in the costume office. And for me, I go back to my office and I'm like, oh my goodness. That's what community is all about. And that's what we're here to celebrate. So thank you. Thank you so much for making this a reality. I'm also grateful to our partners in Saskatchewan, from SATP to Creative Saskatchewan, and all the other partners that we've been able to forge over the years, and here on the prairies, and of course in Canada and beyond. Of course, thanks to my wife. She's not here because she's really serving in the government office, government ministry, so she couldn't get out of the meeting, but I'm really appreciative of my family. But in addition to the celebration that I'm talking about, we're also here to unveil CSET's mandate both for our local and global communities. CSET's vision is simple but bold. The idea is to create a space for a wide range of artistic practices that share the desire to provoke or shape personal and systemic change and the social transformation. CSET is envisioned as an ethical space of possibility, drawing upon art-based methodologies with the understanding that individual and community health can be sustained by a shared capacity to imagine. Within this framework, within this mission, we lead a range of initiatives focused on theater and social issues on the prairies and beyond to inform policies. We create community-led engaged art projects that inspire participation and promote both personal and social change. And of course, we work with we mobilize agencies and build genuine relationships and partnership to advance the University of Regina Strategic Research Plan and of course, the province of Saskatchewan. With that being said, I would like to just highlight some couple of things that we've been doing and moving forward with. You have the brochure with you. If you're yet to get it, please take a look at it. I was telling Ibuku is one of my PhD students. I was telling him earlier on this morning, and I'm very, very sure that in the next 6 months, that brochure is going to be way outdated. Because we do a lot of stuff. Luba is there behind, another PhD student, Karioko is there. A lot of team working together with me, so you can see that it's a powerhouse. We have 5 research portfolios, or 5 research clusters. The first one is theater, justice, and policing, and we can stretch that as to different degrees. The second one is theater and immigration, exploring issues of belonging and identity and expectations. The third one is creative economy, and where we're kind of focusing on really sector-driven work. The third one is on device theater, ethics, and of course, performance creation. And we're kind of looking into how can we use theater, device theater, to really work in community. And of course, the last one is health, art, health, and well-being. So within these 5 research portfolios, we have a lot of 5 research clusters, a lot of research, both master students, PhD students, and postdoc and visiting researchers working and engaging with us. And across these 5 clusters, we have collaborations across the continent, really engaging again from publication to a lot of art-based research that are really focusing on critical issues that are of importance to us. In the next couple of months, just to give you a taste of what we're doing, in the next couple of months, CSET, alongside myself and some of my PhD students, we're going to Poland, where I'm working with the UNESCO chair in Poland and taking on summer school and working with them and hoping that that can reach their program. We're also working with Saskatchewan Association of Theatre Professionals here locally, and we've kind of worked over the past 2 years, really build an incredible work with partners at the University of Calgary, another part of the province, other part of the region on the prairies, on a project called Future Prairie Theatre. So many other projects that we're working on, from health to immigration to issues of social justice, ethics, and all of that. So I want to say, welcome. Our doors are open. Happy to collaborate, happy to reach out to you for funding, because we need funding to do that. And ultimately, I think for me, at the heart of this is really building relationship. So it's a relationship that brought us here, it's a relationship that made this a reality, and we're hoping that we can ethically create more relationships to be able to do works that are meaningful for our society. So thank you for coming, and I hope that you have a great time spending with us today. With that, I'll end my speech, and I'm going to call Rhonda. I'm going to allow Rhonda to fully introduce herself. But Rhonda, we're working just, the generosity, I think the generosity of working with Rhonda is one thing that I find really refreshing. Rhonda is the Executive Director of the Multicultural Council of Saskatchewan, and deeply appreciate the opportunity to engage with Rhonda on one of the projects that we're doing with SATP. So without further ado, over to you, Rhonda. Thanks for coming.
Thanks so much, Taiwo. I really I'm greatly honored by the opportunity to join you here today on this great occasion. And as Tybo said, my name is Rhonda Rosenberg, and I'm here on behalf of the Multicultural Council of Saskatchewan. We also acknowledge that this event takes place on Treaty 4 territory and Western Region 3 of the Métis Nation of Saskatchewan. And in Saskatchewan, we are always on treaty land. We're all treaty people with benefits and responsibilities under these agreements. We recognize the harms and injustices of ongoing colonialism, which I think is one of the things that this new center is designed to address. And we dedicate our efforts in working together in the spirit of collaboration and decolonization, striving to be good treaty relatives. We can see some of these efforts towards collaboration and reconciliation right here with the work being done at the Centre for Socially Engaged Theatre, CSET, with a mission to initiate transformational new dialogues concerning issues of racism, intercultural relations and belonging, social justice and human rights, and mobilizing community ideas that will inform policies to reposition voices from the margins to the center. It's really clear that you're doing important work in what we have defined as the 5 streams of multiculturalism: cultural continuity, celebration of diversity, anti-racism, intercultural connections, and integration. Between your programs, research, and community involvement, you're touching on all these aspects of multicultural work. We know that at CSET, your research activities focus on exploring the particular socio-cultural experiences of Indigenous people, Black Canadians, African immigrants, and people of color to advance critical thinking and change public perspectives on these issues. This work really resonates strongly with me personally due to my own experience of using theater as part of my ongoing anti-racism and anti-oppression practice. And I know the powerful impact it has when we use theater to explore the issues we face in our lives, and often quite playfully look at what the alternatives could look like. It's playful, it's imaginative, and so I think that the opportunities created by the center are huge. We commend you on this important work and your efforts towards collaboration, reconciliation, and anti-racism. CSET, congratulations on this launch. I'm excited for everything that you're doing here in our community and your commitment to theater and performance, but also to addressing the knowledge gap around policing and racism, immigrants' experiences, and policy. In closing, I want to thank CSET for inviting MCAS to be part of this launch, and to the University of Regina, and thank you, President Keshen, for welcoming us, for the real advancement of our province. MCAS expresses our gratitude for the ongoing support of SAS Lotteries through SAS Culture that enables us to promote equity, diversity, inclusion, access, and anti-racism throughout the year. Thank you very much.
Thank you, and just this time, I'm going to keep calling, knocking your door. So, we want to do the ribbon cutting, so I'm going to invite us to go into just Luber. Is Luber there? We're just gonna go into that door, through that door, not into the door. Sorry, through that door, and then Luber is gonna lead us, and then we'll come and then do the ribbon cutting quickly, and then when we do, we come back because we have Mr. Mohamed Fayaz, the MLA for Regina Pasquare here, and of course the Dean, Dr. Dipti, to wrap up. So let's just quickly do that, and we'll come back, grab something to eat, and then we end it. Thank you so much. Faziz, I hope I pronounced that correctly. Fayaz, the MLA for Regina Pasquare, he's going to have it. Go ahead, Regina.
Thank you, Tom.
Thank you very much.
It's a big crowd here today. Dr. Jeff Keshen, Dr. David Dick, and ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. I'm very pleased to be here on behalf of Premier Scott Moe and the government of Saskatchewan. I would like to respectfully acknowledge that we are on the Treaty 4 territory and traditional ancestral land of Cree, Saulteaux, Dakota, Lakota, Nakota, and home of the Métis. I want to offer my congratulations to Dr. Tevo Affolby that and his whole team who played a key role in the development of Center of Social Engagement Theatre. Your work is positioning the University of Regina to lead the way as we work to build a more diverse, inclusive, forward-thinking community. There is a great value in research that builds understanding between culture. CSET work will help marginalized voice to be heard. And just as important, to be welcomed as contributor at all levels of society across sectors. We all need to make inclusive and diversity principle center for every one aspect of our lives, our value system, education, and employment. By exploring various cultural experiences and facilitating dialogues, CSET will encourage a new level of critical thinking about social issues, ultimately influence change. This center will expand opportunity for collaboration and create significant research benefit. I'm confident that CSET will also help build Saskatchewan's reputation as a national leader. I know the work going to be here has attracted as much interested already, well beyond Saskatchewan's border. Our government understands the value of diversity and the many ways it enriches our communities and our province. We are committed to strong and continuous support for arts, culture, and heritage organizations across the province. Our province budget will provide nearly $30 million for the sector in 2023-2024 budget. We are pleased to be involved in a beneficial partnership with the Arts Board and the Creative Saskatchewan through the SAS Culture, and we have linked with other valued partners such as Saskatchewan Lotteries and Theatre Saskatchewan. CSET will enhance and contribute to the efforts of this network of leaders and professionals. I want to recognize Dr. Jeff Cashin and University of Regina for supporting CSET. Encouraging this collaborative work will help bring together local, national, and global minds to address the variety of mutual issues. We can all be proud that this innovative work is occurring right here at UFR. I look forward to hearing more about your successes in the future. Thank you very much and congratulations.
Thank you, everyone. That concludes our program for today. I didn't say so at the beginning. My name is Dr. David Dick. I am the Dean of the Faculty of Media, Art, and Performance. Thank you so much for being part of this celebration. This was a long time in coming to have the official launch of this center. I'm very excited to see what continued work will happen here. Dr. Afolabi is a brilliant researcher. He has created many connections already. It's an exciting time to be a part of this. I'm very proud to have him in our faculty, to have him and his team at CSET being a part of what we're doing here. So at this point, please eat all of this food, drink all of this wine, and hang out for a few moments if you can to chat. Thank you all so much. Have a great weekend.